No, I'm not a locksmith. I ain't got the key to love. Only thing I'm locked in my mind is when I'm using drugs. That shit hard, bro. MVC, the Alaskan Passion here. Shining Stars 757. We got a banger. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And give a suggestion on who you want me to cover next. Our shining star today is Rudy Reckless. Let's get into Reckless. Born in New Haven, Connecticut, raised in Newport News, began making music at 12 as a percussionist in the school band, transitioning his talents to writing music. With a chaotic childhood, Rude needed a way to express his emotions in a vulnerable, uncut way, feeling the need to escape his reality. Bloodline of musicians, with his dad being a rapper and his uncles on his mom's side rapping and producing, Rudy was literally born. His purpose is to take it further than anybody could imagine. I ran into Rudy at Cullen's Who Runs the Stage show last year, and whenever I see him perform, I knew he was one of them ones. I knew I had to lock in with him and like figure out like what it is that he had going on. So shouts out to Rudy. He put on a good show that night, and it was really clear that he had all different kinds of inspirations. Some of his rock inspirations are Bon Jovi, My Bloody Valentine, and Linkin Park, which I think that Linkin Park is a real heavy one, especially in the time frame we grew up. And rappers like ASAP Rocky, Wu-Tang, and A Tribe Called Quest, which personally Tribe Called Quest is one of my all-time favorite groups. Don't sleep on Tribe. Rudy brings energy to every track. He's a crazy rager. He goes crazy with the rock music. And me personally, I'm really enjoying this resurgence of black rock stars, and not like the little Uzi, Playboy Cardi type rock stars, but like the real motherfuckers who do real rock music, punk rock, metal, screamo, whatever. Maybe even classic rock, like Nayasi's kind of more like classic alternative pop rock, right? I love it. For a long time as a kid, like I thought like I was one of the only kids that was listening to like punk rock and like really like singing that shit word for word. My Chemical Romance, fucking what's the shit called? Cupid's Chokehold, Gym Class Heroes. Who else? Fall Out Boy. Like those were some of my favorite punk rock bands at the time. Like growing up was like 2007 to like 2009, maybe early 2010s, 2011. And I like how like the weird black kids like myself are like really like leaning into that and just being different. I'm really kind of getting tired of rap in the mainstream. It's getting dry. I'm not gonna hold you. It's getting dry. It's losing its emotions, losing its luster. Facade is crazy. Like we're over the facade. So it's really nice to see like black people lean into something different and really actually be like fire at the shit too. Like I think the shit sometimes is fire than like a lot of the rap that's coming out. Rudy is something else. Like he has some potent bars. He has a clear delivery, a perfect amount of shit talk and vulnerability. And his beat selection is crazy. And even though like he switches genres, it's very cohesive, like all in all. Some songs to look out for that are my favorite are Gab, Winnie Hunt, Magic, and Rocky Love. Whoo, that is I was listening to that in a car last night. I listened to Lost and Found like 10 times back to back, just on repeat. But Rocky Love is one of those ones like when like you're just going through somebody's catalog and like you're like, yeah, like this is like, yeah, like I definitely added that to like my Heartbreak Kid playlist, you know what I'm saying? But my all-time favorite Rudy verse has to be his feature on Dorothy on the Fall EP by the Daydreamers. Dude, conceptually, like that is one of the craziest songs I've heard from like local artists. And like for it to be like 5 rappers on a track, it wasn't overly, and it didn't seem like out of place everywhere. It didn't seem out of place and it didn't seem forced, and everybody played their role in this song perfectly. And actually I have some audio about the lore of that song because I was hanging out with Cullen last night. And like I was listening to Rudy's music on the way there to kind of do. Yo, he gave me some crazy lore about that song. So I'm gonna play you guys the audio from that. If I could.
Did a Dreamcast episode, and I mean, we was already at the time we was the Dreamers wise. We were looking for. We was already kind of working on that tape, the fall tape, and we needed a. We kind of wanted a feature, and because they were there, and we already had kind of songs with Rudy before and stuff like that, and Rudy kind of around us with it. It was like, well, let's make a song, and then when I think Trail found the beat. And then when Trill found the beat, it was already kind of like we was having, like, I mean, like our conversation was already kind of going a little crazy. Like it's Rudy and us. Like, we already on some, like just talking about crazy shit. So like I guess the conversation came up where like I don't know if you know this about Scott, but Scott always talking about Robertson when we were Robertson.
Does he really does?
I feel like we were talking about this like whenever I was there for the Dreamcast. Like, he said something crazy.
We're gonna rob something. Like we'd be rolling by like a big ass facility.
He's different. Yeah. I feel like every group has.
Everybody has a homie like that.
Yeah, no. So like that was sort of where we was at going into that plan. Let's play in this heist. Okay. But all of it is freestyle, so none of it is written. So like literally, it was whoever on the belt first, boom, boom, boom. You say some shit, and then we gonna bounce off of each other. So like, kind of the funny thing to me about Dorothy is if you listen to the story, the shit, like, the story makes sense, but we get caught in this fucking story. There's no fucking way we make it out of this building.
I'm thinking, when I'm listening to it, I'm like, so Trill is the only one talking about getting away from the police. Bro, everybody else is crashing out.
And Scott's supposed to be watching the door, and he's saying the police is there, and niggas still in the building. I'm like, nigga, we supposed to be leaving. Rudy going crazy. I'm trying to like, I'm like, either shoot him or let's go. But yeah, so like, sort of like, it's just funny because it's like we sort of like in the conversation.
Doesn't he come on there and he's like, nah, don't shoot him.
Yeah,
you don't even gotta do all that, bro.
It's like, wait.
Whoa, I didn't come in this. I can't even get the Mayan, bro. Okay.
I'm still like, in my head, I'm still like, Scott just told us the police is coming in the door. Like, what? Okay. What are we arguing about?
Wait. So you guys just naturally picked your places in this heist, or did you guys discuss at least like who is gonna be what in the heist?
Genuinely, all those. I don't think we actually discussed nothing.
It was literally like, just you guys just
our personality was who we were in the house. Like it wasn't even like, I was getting mad because this nigga tried to yell at the niggas. So like
I'm like, bro, like how did they? I was like, there had to be a good conversation before they fucking made this goddamn song. And when I'm listening to it, I'm like, there has to be a good conversation before they make this song and decide everybody's role because it just fits so perfectly. And then like you guys didn't come in in the same order. You guys really all just reacted naturally.
Right. And it's part of like after the first couple jump, everybody went the first time. Then it's kind of like those roles were established.
Yeah.
So now it's like we gotta go. What's going on next?
Yeah. By the third round, I was like, how are these niggas still discussing police and no sirens have rang yet? Why am I not scared? Because you know when sirens go in the car, right?
Yeah.
You gotta look around.
I'm like, the sirens come at the end of the song.
Yeah.
And at that point, we grabbing the money. I'm like, we are caught.
Yo, somebody should have yelled that shit at the end. We're fucking caught. What the fuck? Y'all niggas are the worst.
But so essentially, the way we get free in our minds is we took Dorothy hostage.
Okay, so I gotta listen back. I gotta listen back again.
Like, so that's why when Rudy is spazzing up. That's why at the end of the song, if you listen to the ad libs at the very end when everybody's just yelling, Rudy is like, "Come on, Dorothy," basically.
Oh, okay, I gotta. Okay, that's crazy, boy.
So that's like we might do a part 2, but.
Great lore, dude. I'm glad I got that little piece of lore for you guys. It was dope. Rudy has been dropping singles all year, so his most recent release is Found Lost. I think you guys should check that one out. You guys should check all these songs out. Really just listen to his whole catalog. But I always say start from where they're at and then go see where they come from. All right, cool. So if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you know Rudy personally and want to add to the lore of Rudy Reckless, right, put it in the comments. If you want to see what we got coming next, more Rising Stars videos and other content, go ahead and subscribe. Tim VC, Alaskan Passion. We're out of here.
No, I'm not a locksmith, I don't have the key to love. Only thing I'm locking is my mind when I'm off the drugs. That don't mean I can't, you gotta show me you can handle love. Gotta show me that you worth it, ain't no insecure with love. But baby, no, I'm lying, just be true to your movement. If you don't, then I'll be done, stop believing in Cupid. shuffling emotions if you stay with that mood switch. Put my heart in that locker, I hope Davey got nooses. Hi, how you doing? I don't mean to interrupt, but we Googling that meaning. Ain't no true way you love. Yes, I promise it's a feeling that hurt mistake for love. You can tell by how you talk and how you feel up in they touch. Sometimes we be lying to ourselves and to the person. That's why I speak on what I want. I'm exposing every verse.